I'm Coach Kayla Tucker, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next, you up next. Keep the coins go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break the sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready to go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation, let's go. Turn it up. Get ready for another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow, real people, real story, and real conversation with rising stars and amazing human beings who are living out big dreams. Hey, me and KT got a very special one here for you today. Allow me to introduce newly minted assistant basketball coach at Southern Nazarene University, straight out of OK City, Oklahoma, the very talented Kayla Tucker. Kayla, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm great. You're making me sound a lot more important than I think I am, so I'm feeling good.
Shoot. Kevin, how many two-time SWAC champions have we had on the show? You are super important, sis, and we are so glad to have you. Before we get started, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am the mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside of my brother from another mother, the head coach, KT, the guru, the architect. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling a certain way, B. Jones. So,
okay.
Am I really going to be KT on this show, or is that going to go to Coach Tucker?
I don't know, man.
I answered to it earlier when y'all were talking. I'm used to that too.
I hate to call you out of your name, Kev. We just gonna call you government today, my homeboy.
No, homeboy, no, just call me the head. Well, I can't be a head coach. Yeah, let's call me Kevin. Let's go.
All right, man. I ain't KT. No, I you my boy. I gotta call you KT. Check this out. If this is your first time we're rocking with me and my guy, my camaraderie, my ace bone cone, we want to first and foremost thank you. You could have been anywhere. We know there's a million other podcasts, so you checked out our channel. It means a lot. Hey, straight out of Dallas, we want to show you some love. And check this out. We got to ask a small favor of you before we get popping on this amazing episode. We got to grow the show. So it's three things we need you to do. One, find somebody, think of somebody who need to hear this story and share this with them, right? Two, interact with us throughout this show. Leave comments, because me and Kevin, we're going to watch this episode just like you, and we're going to leave some comments back at you. And number three, in Sports Life Talk tradition, we have to smash that subscribe button. Become a part of our family and rock and roll with us over 2022, 2023, 2024 and beyond. That's how important you are to us. Kayla, it's okay. Can Southern Nazarene show us some love? Is y'all with us? Is y'all going to rock with us and smash the subscribe button on the count of three?
I hope so. They need to, my girls got to get my back early, so we'll see.
Let's go.
See how they coming before school starts.
Let's do it then. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Well, as usual, welcome to the SLT family. Kevin and I, we don't do followers. We don't do fans. We do family members. So come on in and get some of this Southern love from us. And welcome to our show. All right, Coach KT. I actually saw a picture of you in your Alabama State uniform. I know you can get some buckets. Can you still run? Can you still run with them?
I can still shoot with them. I don't know about getting up and down the floor. I gave that up a while ago, but I can still shoot with them. I'll shoot with the best of them still. It's
something about KTs that don't want to run the floor, because that's my KT do the same thing. He don't want no part of no running no floor.
No,
all right, Coach. Well, if you can shoot, then you still used to pressure pack situations. So are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
I hope so.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Currently, I'll say Maverick City Music. I've been on them for years. Love
Gyra.
them. Love them so much.
Hey, my wife loved Maverick. Hey, Kayla, I went to a Maverick City concert not too long ago.
I just missed it. We were in Oklahoma City, and I was actually down here in Dallas recruiting when they were in Oklahoma City, so I missed it. But
Chandler Moore's amazing.
I love him. I'm big. I've been a huge Jack Harlow fan the last month. Didn't know I was until like his most newest album came out. And then I'm just a big throwback person. So like throwback Drake, always love that. Like original first came out, Chris Brown, love him. And then just like oldies, like I still listen to like B2K and like B5 and Monica and all that. Like it's all I listen to. It's either worship or it's throwbacks. So I'll go that route.
New music, she just sent a message to y'all. Y'all are just that trash. I'm either listening to the Lord's music or I'm listening to stuff I came back.
Can't do it.
Kevin, how many we giving them?
You know what? She said B2K and Chris Brown, and both of them have been in the news lately. So let's give a 5. Give a 5.
All right, 5. All right, let's go. We gave a 5. All right, but I love that. I love that Maverick City, Kevin. I'm gonna get you on that Maverick City. When we start touring, Kevin, that's all we're gonna have in the van is Maverick City, man.
Yes, I will never go against the Lord. All right, so give us some of your favorite sports teams.
Well, Oklahoma City, I gotta rep my Thunder, even though they've been
your city.
They need work right now, but gotta go Thunder. I'm not a big NFL watcher. I don't really care on that front. My dad would want me to say St. Louis Cardinals for baseball, so gotta rep for them. And then college, obviously Alabama State, and then anybody in the SWAC as long as they're not against Alabama State. And I'm also kind of a Red Raider at Texas Tech, so I'm getting my master's, so I'll go also with the Red Raiders.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
I'll just say maybe like Spider-Man, just because, I don't know, my nephew's obsessed with Spider-Man right now, so it's like all we watch. So maybe him, or just Wonder Woman, because why not,
Those are two popular ones. Spider-Man and lately is trying to overtake Batman, but I will not let that happen.
I was about to say, Spider-Man is definitely in our top 2.
Yeah. And
superheroes.
I just saw the Buzz Lightyear movie with some of my younger cousins, but I don't consider him a superhero, but he kind of came to my mind.
Is it dope? Is the new Buzz Lightyear dope?
It was actually really good. I was probably more excited than my cousins, and they're 6 and 10s.
They don't understand, right? We grew up on Toy Story.
Yeah, they don't get it, but it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, but a lot of people have been talking negatively about that because, Tim Allen didn't do the voice and it was Chris Evans. I'm like, dude,
that's too deep. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, since every superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
See, theme songs for me, I feel like it's like whatever I'm going through at the moment, like the song of the season type situation. So maybe like It Won't Be Long by Refresh Worship. I don't know if y'all know who they are.
I ain't never heard of Refresh. I'm about to get on
there. They're pretty good. They're really good. They have an album that just came out a couple months ago. So maybe It Won't Be Long by Refresh Worship.
And that's going to get you hyped?
No, that just gets me in the mood to be positive. But to get hyped, see, this is actually really bad. Even in high school, I would listen to like T.I. Pandora Station to get hyped when I was in high school. So anything like that front, actually.
Man. Wow, like the Taliban. Hey, I can see you out there right now, Kayla. Bob your head to that T.I.
Yep, that was me. So maybe on that front, something on that era as well.
All right, so on behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you to our family. So, Jones, take care.
Hey, and y'all leave us some comments. I want to know what your favorite superhero is. I want to know who your favorite. Me and Kevin, we've been starting to get very spirited with these superhero debates. So y'all tell us who y'all favorite superhero is, and if you got somebody in your top 5 that's worthy, don't leave no little dirt down there in our top 5 because you might get. Nah, I'm just messing with you, Southern Nazarene. Y'all leave who y'all want in the top 5. Hey, we're gonna respect them all. All right, Coach. So let's tell them your story. Let's tell them about this rise right now. How you moving and grooving out there? You moving different. You coming up, but let's start from the beginning though. Let's take it back. Because
Okay.
Kevin, I don't think we've had anybody else come out of OKC to sit in your seat. So you got to tell us what it was like growing up in OKC and hooping and kind of getting a name for yourself to where you could play at that next level. Tell us a little bit about your days coming up.
So born and raised Oklahoma City, was here from start until Alabama State. I got to thankfully play and like learn from a lot of really, really talented athletes. So we had an organization that was like, we like ran the state growing up. I think like the team maybe after us, like 1 year after me, probably was like the last really good one. But the top teams had like Rashay Jackson, who played at Duke, and Mariah White, who played at K-State, and Ashley Bruner, who played at South Carolina when Don Staley was first coming up. So it was like, that's who I got to learn from each and every day. Like we practice against them. And so like, I'm a 5'5", 118-pound freshman playing against Rashay Jackson, who's headed to Duke. And I'm like, okay. But it just, it helped me get better in that front. And I think it just caused us and like my team to just get better faster. Because when you're playing against that, like you gotta elevate or you're just gonna get killed. So played all throughout. I mean, started competitive in like 5th grade, traveling every summer. And then, like you said, I went to Alabama State for 3 years, played there. We won, like you said, 2 SWAC titles back to back, 2 NCAA tournament appearances, preseason WNIT, which I think was the first time they'd been invited to the preseason WNIT. So it was really cool. So a lot of history, a lot of fun, and just like you said, memories I would not ever like take away. That was my life for so long. But it got to a time I knew that I just didn't want to play competitive, like professionally. And like, I don't know if I would have anyway. Like I said, I'm 5'5", and just, I probably wasn't going to play professionally too long if I didn't want to.
Right.
Like, let me get plan B. And then moved actually into broadcast journalism. I got my undergrad in broadcast and worked in broadcast for about 4 years after I finished school. And then, so it's actually only my 3rd year on the college coaching realm. So, I mean, I did like high school and junior high and stuff while I was still working in broadcast and did some training and things, but I didn't fully start getting into my college realm until 2020, actually, is when I first got on the college side.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like your story, because you recognize you played only 3 years, and it's very rare you hear people playing 3 years, right? And so you kind of said, hey, this is not the direction I want to go. And that doesn't mean anything less, right? That doesn't take away from you and your capabilities any differently than the person that says, hey, I want to go and pursue a WNBA career. But that's why we got to share this, ladies and gentlemen, with other people, because somebody's sitting in the locker room right now saying, I don't even love this anymore. And they feeling that pressure, like I don't want to quit or I don't want to stop. But there's a future for you beyond that locker room, right? And you can still stay in that locker room, and that's what makes your story so great. So, tell us a little bit. Now, were you recruited to Alabama State? I love the HBCU stories. I got to touch on the HBCU angle. I don't feel like HBCUs get a penny's worth of what they deserve. So now you went to the HBCU. What was that scene like for you? Was it crazy? Was it fun? Was it different than Oklahoma City?
Montgomery, Alabama isn't too different actually than Oklahoma City. But so I grew up, like we have Langston is in Oklahoma City, which is also an HBCU. But so I am biracial. And so I grew up around my Black side of the family anyway. Like that's who I was with 24/7. So really it wasn't any different. I mean, I had never really pictured myself going to an HBCU growing up. They actually saw me play the summer before my senior year of high school. We were in Atlanta for like a week. And so that's where they saw me. They saw me there and I went on a visit, and I think I was signed by like November. Like it was super quick, but like it was just home. And I think the dynamics of HBCUs are like, unless you go through it, you really don't understand it. Like it's truly just an experience. It is so much fun. There's always something to do. People always, like you see on social media, talk about the broke fun we had in college. Like that is the epitome of an HBCU. Like you can just do whatever and you don't even know how. Like it was so fun. But I mean, my coaches, I still talk to my coaches all the time. I mean, I just went on vacation with one of my college teammates. Like just the relationships you build is I think completely different and unmatched to any other type of university that I've seen.
All right, last question about your playing career. Kevin considers himself some sort of shot guru. I don't know why he does it, but can you whoop Kevin in the game of horse if we televise?
Probably.
I think you can too.
Probably.
I think
I was shooting like 43% when I finished.
Damn.
So I don't know if you want to do that one.
Hey, smoke 'em out.
You know what, B. Jones? This is her show. She's a number.
Hey, you know I'm not far from Dallas.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not, but you know what? I can't look like a punk now, so I'm not backing down. So whenever you're ready.
Next time I'm in town, I'll let you know. We'll get that one.
Well, we playing for namesake. Whoever wins, get the nickname KT in the SLT family. So Kevin, I'm praying.
Wait, hold up, B. Jones.
Right. He's like, don't give up my nickname.
All right. Well, let's take so 3 years is crazy. You on the sidelines now. Tell us now. When did the decision? When did it hit you? Like, hey, assistant coach is my path, because it sounded like you was about to be rocking with me and Kevin. Like we was going to have a third. Right. You was in broadcast journalism. Like we was about to have a third member of the You Got Next side of it. But you decided to get on the sidelines and start coaching. What was that journey, and when did that decision hit you? Like, hey, this is the route I want to go, and there has to be a certain level of passion that goes along with it, right?
Well, I think so. I've moved around a lot. So I went to college, obviously in Alabama. Moved home for a year. Moved to Fayetteville, Arkansas, moved to Panama City, Florida, moved to Lubbock, Texas, moved to Arkadelphia, Arkansas, and now I'm back in Oklahoma. So I've been like on the move a ton.
Yeah, you saw every Walmart in the South.
Right, every single one. So like when I was in Fayetteville, I still had a hand in basketball because I was like training. When I was obviously at home, I was coaching like with my high school and the junior high that like fed into my high school. So Florida was kind of the first place I didn't have basketball. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know how I feel about this. I didn't have any piece of it. And then also I was working in like on the news side of things, not sports. And I was covering crime. And like, that was my main area of coverage was crime. And it was constantly like trials and scenes and like investigations. And it just became very like emotionally dwelling. Like, because you just become very desensitized to things. And I remember it was like around Christmas 2019, because I moved there in 2018 to Florida. And about 2019 Christmas, I started kind of feeling like a shift was coming. And I didn't know like what that meant. I was like, I've moved so much. You just you don't know what's going to come next. And I remember in January, I started thinking like, okay, I think like I'm supposed to go coach. Like, I think I want to coach. I think I'm going to do this. And I remember extremely vividly the Lord telling me, I think it was like February, like, you're going to go coach, you're going to go be a graduate assistant, and like, this is your path. And I was like, okay. So I like talked with my news director, and I was like, I think like that's just where I feel like I need to be. And so I like completely already had everything like planned out, when my last day was, when I was moving home, all this stuff. Like, I was moving out of that profession basically without a job. I was like, this is what the Lord told me to do, and I'm going to do it. So I was ready to go to even like the Final Four. You know, the Final Four is a huge convention and it's just a great networking spot. So I had gotten my tickets, everything to go to the Final Four. It was in New Orleans that year for the women. And that's when COVID hit. So like everything stopped, everything shut down. And I remember I was like, okay, how am I going to find a job when like GA jobs are getting cut? Like graduate assistant jobs all across the nation are being cut. But I was like, the Lord told me to do it, and he told me to get out, and he told me to go pursue this. So I did. I left Florida. May like 20th was my last day of my job in Florida. And I had a graduate assistant position offered to me like July 2nd. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I mean, like I said, I left without having a job, and thankfully the Lord guided those steps and made very random social media connections actually with, it was with the staff that's at Texas Tech now, but they hired me actually when they were still at Texas Arlington. And so I was supposed to be at Texas Arlington with them. And like 2-3 days in, she's interviewing for the Texas Tech job. But that was just kind of like, I knew that's where I needed to be. And then also I knew I always wanted to impact people. And when you're in news, like, yeah, you're giving people news, you're delivering messages, but you don't really know the impact you're making on people. And I knew that I always truly wanted to impact, and coaching was a way that I could obviously stay around the sport that I love, but also like really, really impact these young women that I'm blessed to be around. So that's how it started. And now I'm basically about to start year 3 and absolutely love it.
Well, that's a story of walking by faith, KT.
Yes, it is.
Definitely was.
Yeah, that's walking by faith right there. You stepped out there in a major, major way. So how did you get the because first off, looking at your resume, and I'm not gonna go through line by line, but you had some impressive starts working with some Power Five schools and working with some big names in the game. And so how did you get the opportunity to come to Southern Nazarene?
So Southern Nazarene is actually in the conference of the school I just left. But honestly, it was nothing but God. Like, me and my head coach now that I work for met at a tournament, and we're just talking because we were watching the same game, and it just fit. And we both kind of knew, and thankfully he's a very God-following, God-fearing man as well. And he knows like when it's right, it's right. And so I think we both just kind of knew. And I knew he was looking for an assistant at the time because his previous assistant's one of my good friends I grew up playing against. But I think we just kind of knew that it was meant. And I hadn't been home. Yeah, it was a great fit. And like, I hadn't been home basically since college. So I graduated college in 2016. So I've been away from home basically but 2013, because that's when I started school and college. So it's been a while since I lived at home, and I now have a nephew who just turned 3 and a lot of younger cousins. I'm like, I don't like being away from them anymore. Like, I don't like having to miss this stuff. So I think it was a great fit, but at the perfect timing for me to get back home and be with my family.
Well, where's Southern Nazarene located? Where's the campus?
We're in Oklahoma City. We are about...
No, so you back home for real? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Like, I'm bunking with mom and dad, saving some money right now. Like, I just moved straight back home.
And normally I say this for later in the show, but I got to do it right now because I'm listening to you. You know, we had the opportunity to you rap with KT for a long time pre-show, and you know, I texted you and you've been talking to me. It's just like you were so regal. You're so classy. Like I don't know why, Kevin. I'm getting the vibes of a major like Division I head coach. Like I can see you and your ability to handle the press, just handle everybody. That's crazy. But tell us a little bit about your strengths as a coach. I mean, are you a recruiter first? Are you a scout first? I mean, tell us what is, if a kid is going to Southern Nazarene, what can they expect out of Coach Kayla Tucker as their head coach or their assistant coach?
Well, I think so I had to learn how to recruit. And it's funny because you say that, and I'm just now getting into a season where I feel like I can really actually connect with people and not be super awkward, I guess. Like, I'm just now getting into that confident era of being able to connect and relate to kids. But I think with me, and it's so funny, I just like, and this is, I just talked to one of my friends about, this is kind of gonna get me in trouble. I just like to just love all my players and just like be there for them and like support them. Or I feel like I'm not as strict as I need to be yet. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'll push them in practice and stuff. But like right now, because D2 can't have summers, I'm like, oh yeah, like, you're fine. Like, you got it, you know? But I know that they need me to be more stern.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Honestly,
Well,
I wouldn't have guessed that.
No, I think trust me, it can get there. But they know, these players I have now, they haven't got to experience me on that level yet. So like, they don't know it can come. But my last team, they knew not to make me mad. Like, they knew if I got to that point, it'd be an issue. So I just think as an assistant coach too, we're also just supposed to be there for the support and just like the extra explanation of things, the extra teaching. We're not supposed to be kind of like the hard one on them all the time, especially being a female assistant coach under a male. I think there's just different perspectives that they need and different, you know, levels of support and just approaches to things. So I love to like joke around with them all day. I'll get in shooting competitions with them all the time. I mean, I have players now, like former players, that I'll just call me and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, just to talk. And so I think like for me, that's huge. And that's something that I want all my players to understand and to feel for me is that like you're here with us. You're not just here to play basketball. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that stems from my coaches that I had, because I still have great relationships with them. And then also the coaches at Texas Tech that I was able to start my career under, like seeing how important that personable aspect is just something that I hope, one, I never lose, but something that my players always see from me.
So B. Jones, you mentioned recruiting, so I got a quick story. I've actually already met Coach Tucker when she came down here.
What? Oh, yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
I already know where this is going.
Yeah, so we talked for about 10, 15 minutes, then she had to get back to the game. But B. Jones, you should have saw all the eyes that came that way when she walked over there towards you. So, yeah, I was getting some nasty looks because of you, Coach Tucker. I'm just letting you know that.
See,
They scared of Coach Tucker?
No, I'm talking about the men.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, they were all looking. And
Coach Tucker is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. No,
shut
your mouth.
You know, it's funny. I was going to try to use that for the outro, but you already messed it up. So be ready.
Oh, my bad.
No, you did. But what's funny, I had a guy that I didn't even know him. He was standing next to me. He was like, man, who is that? He said, I got to get off and over here. I said, well, yeah, I said in my head because he was kind of bigger than me. I said, yeah, you go ahead and go.
Kevin, I'm about to start going to these conventions, man, to these scout games. So you'll get tossed up.
Well, you know our saying, B. Jones, is hide your aunties. So, I mean, I'm just telling you.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, I'm from Louisiana, man. So, look, tread lightly.
So, Coach, if you didn't know, Coach, there's a lot of people looking at you. I'm just letting you know that.
See, and this is going to sound so bad. I've become so oblivious to that stuff. Because even like my college teammates, like because we'll meet up every couple of years and they'll be like, did you see that? I'm like, no, I don't. As long as nobody like yells at me or no, I just don't pay I don't pay attention to. I'm bad at looking at my surroundings, but I just don't like. As long as people aren't trying to like yell at me or touch me in any way, like I can't stop you from doing whatever. So just do you.
Well, basketball is her first love, KT.
Yeah, but B. Jones, I'm gonna tell you, if you just saw me fighting over there, that would have been a while. They're trying to get at you.
Well, I appreciate you having my back.
Oh, anytime. All right, B. Jones.
Well, it sounds like you about to have a fight in a different direction, Playboy, because Coach Kayla Tucker, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with Kevin and I. We duke it out. We go up against each other in the spirit of brotherly competition. And you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
Yes.
All right, so the rules are very simple. SLT family, both Kevin and I will present an option to Coach. Coach selects one of those options. That host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points are the best out of 3. But win this episode of championship rounds. The loser will cry. The winner will be crowned with glory. All right, Kevin, you won the last game, so I'll let you kick this thing off.
Well, thank you, sir. All right, Coach, would you rather coach a player that went to the WNBA and during their Hall of Fame speech, they give you all the success, or
would you rather coach a player that becomes a coach, wins a ring, and say, I learned under Coach Kayla Tucker, she gave me the blueprint for success?
Probably the player that goes in the Hall of Fame with the WNBA with KT.
I was waiting on him to do you like that, Coach.
That's the wrong answer.
No,
that's
because like
answer.
Experiencing it, that's the thing. I want my kids to be able to experience like that level that I did. So I'm like, and I haven't experienced that type of success on the coaches level, so I don't know what that feels like yet. But I know what it feels like to be successful as a player. So. Sorry, maybe you'll get the next one.
No, maybe not. All right, so round 2. Would you rather host your own cooking show where you interview athletes and celebrities at their favorite places to eat in their hometowns, or
would you rather host a YouTube basketball pickup series where you get to interview professional athletes while playing basketball or shooting horse at the gyms in which they grew up in? So, for example, Kevin Durant, you get to go travel, hang out with him for an hour or so and interview him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of KD, so...
I mean, it could be anybody.
I know, I'm just saying. But, which I'm not. He's great. I just, being from Oklahoma City, we just...
No, I don't blame
you. A little different. But I'm a food person, so I'm going to KT. I'm so sorry. I love it. I love to just eat and try new things, and I think that'd be fun.
Well, they ain't going to be looking too much longer, Kevin. All right, so round number 3.
All right. Would you rather have a brand like Nike, Adidas, or Puma give you your own clothing line where the proceeds go to a scholarship in your name, or
Nike hosting and sponsors an elite basketball camp for you, the Kayla Tucker, circuit, in which you get to travel around the country, educating and influencing young kids to get out and play more basketball?
The camps, for sure. Just so the travel part of that one too would be fun.
Well, she got one right. She got one right, but Kevin.
He already got his belt ready. I'm sorry, DJ. I'm so sorry.
No. Sorry for
He
what?
can do the rest of the show by himself.
I sure
He
could.
can do the rest of the show by himself.
Don't trip, B. Jones, because you know she's a journalist major or whatever. So don't do that.
I can talk. I can talk with the best.
Hey, you can take my seat, Flash. Yeah, see, not too many kids know that reference, that movie reference. Yeah. But
it'll
how
be
you feel,
easy.
Kevin?
Hey man, I feel great. KT and KT, we sticking together, B. Jones. I'm sorry, man. It's about time because whenever it's a Brandon on the show, I always lose. So now I got a KT. Look what happens.
Oh yeah, I knew when you told your little story about I met Coach, I knew I was done. I knew I was done before then. All right, Coach KT, the real KT. Yeah. All right, so this title of the show is You Got Next. It's about the future. People now going to _ Coach Kayla Tucker. They starting to follow you. They starting to check you out. Now that we've got hitched on to this amazing journey, this incredible ride, what can we expect out of Coach Kayla Tucker going forward?
Right now, just the first season with my Southern Nazarene girls, and I think we have a really strong roster coming back with a lot of good pieces coming in, and like our girls have just been killing it this summer. Like they've been doing everything we've asked of them. They're on top of it, and so I'm excited. I think it could be a really special season, and I'm just excited to get to be a part of that and learn from my head coach, Coach Trent May, and just be along the journey that I'm on right now. I think that I've gotten to a good place of not trying to plan for the future because clearly I don't know what's coming with how many times I've moved into different things and places I've been. So I think just right now, just focusing on this season and this year and being able to pour into these girls that I'm around right now.
You're just going to be present for what you have right now. I like it. That was very head coach. She answered that like a pro head coach, Kevin. I'm telling y'all, she ready. She ready for that next level.
All right, Coach. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
My SNU girls. Obviously, I got to shout them out. Like I'm so excited to be around them and get to experience this journey with them. Obviously, like family. Love my family. It's a huge family. I'm sure we'll get a ton of watchers just from them. My head coach, and then thank y'all for allowing me to come on. I don't understand. Sometimes I don't think I don't understand any type of influence or reach I could have on my life. So it's always cool to do things like this. So I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, KT. All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call out the person who you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game ball to? I'm
going to give it to... You guys already know. He knows everybody. Chris Garcia. He is now the new assistant at Oklahoma Christian. But he is like I was saying, I didn't I'm just now getting able to talk to people and connect to people. Chris was a huge help in that and helping me really find my voice as a coach. And he's awesome. He's also he is going to be huge in this profession. I know for a fact. So probably Chris Garcia, and he talks way more than I do, so it'll be a fun episode.
All right, well, Coach KT, you are amazing. Coach Garcia, we're going to reach out to you. Hey, Kevin is going to slide in your DMs. We're going to get you on the show. But hey, Kayla Tucker, thank you so much for rocking with us. You're super smart. You're just incredible. Your journey is amazing. I know for a fact that you are going to inspire and rise up a nation of dope hoopers, people who are going to make an impact for years and years and decades to come. Coach Kayla Tucker, you definitely got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. Oh, I love y'all, man. This is incredible. I love when we finish these shows, and thank y'all so much for hanging around to the end of the show. I'm telling y'all, so far with us. Yeah, it just I can't even find the words, Kevin, to describe how good it feels to have good people like you supporting us. And I'm gonna tell you something. You are a hero. You're the biggest hero in the room. Why am I a hero, B. Jones? Because one, you're going to share this message with somebody that needs to hear it. Because somebody needs to hear it. Two, you are going to support Coach Kayla Tucker because her journey is absolutely phenomenal. At Coach Kayla Tucker _ Coach Kayla Tucker. And three, you are going to show us some love by smashing that subscribe button and becoming part of our family. And for that, you are a superhero to me. And check this out. We're giving out free t-shirts. That's right. We just bought our own little print press machine. We got t-shirts going. We going to be like, Oprah, you get a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt. Hey, check this out. All you got to do is go to our IG page at Sports Life Talk and add 5 friends. What is that, Kevin? When you tag 5 friends, when you're adding 5 friends into it. Hey, tag 5 friends into our IG page. Slide in our DMs. Let us know your shirt size and what colors you want and all that good stuff. We're gonna shoot you a Sports Life Talk. You got next t-shirt. Kevin, what else? We go live. Come hang out with us. Come hang out with us Wednesday nights, 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream live on YouTube and Twitter. It's a fun show. It's not just about sports. We talk life. We talk sneakers. We go around the world. I mean, this is going to be a fun time. You actually get to interact with us live, so you can tell Kevin how trash his takes are and how I should have won the championship rounds. All right, so definitely come lock in with us. Tune in on Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Kevin, you got to smile at, like the cat that just ate the canary. Well, how do you want to close us out, man?
All right. So there's nothing more valuable to give someone than your time. So I want to thank you again for watching this amazing episode. So like B. Jones said, hit that subscribe button and follow us at Sports Life Talk on all our social media pages. Coach Tucker, thank you so much for rocking with us, and whatever you need from us, please let us know.
Likewise, guys. Thank you.
Is DBU, Dallas Baptist, in y'all division?
I think they may be in AIA.
Do
We're
you have
Division
any
2.
games? Okay. Do y'all have any games out here in the Dallas area?
Not at the moment. I mean, playoffs possibly, but right now, no.
Oklahoma City ain't nothing but a couple of hop, skip, and jump. Yeah, we
right.
know.
We got to get at the right time, B. Jones, because if it starts snowing and we get stuck.
It don't even snow that much in Oklahoma. It get icy, but it doesn't snow that much.
Man, I ain't messing with no ice.
Come up in like November.
Well, all you players from Southern Nazarene that's watching it, y'all gonna see us in the stands here pretty soon, and y'all better get buckets, and y'all better, I'm telling y'all better run them out of the gym when we get up there. All right, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.